It is the best high I've ever had in my life. It's better than sex. It's better than anything. And the energy that's going back and forth is the most glorious, ecstatic, orgasmic experience ever. Flowing feats of flexibility that few folks can achieve at any age, let alone at over 50. I don't ever want to grow up and live in the real world. I hate the real world. I have never, ever been able to function in quote-unquote a real job. Never have, never been able to. Most of my gigs don't pay. That one I did last night and the night before, $5. I had a private party gig about 3 weeks ago that paid $300 cash. I can't count on those. That was like Christmas. I love long-haired cats. I love to touch their fur, and I love them hairy. New York is the home to Wall Street, which is the hive of scum and villainy. Banksters and crooks literally destroying the planet with their speculative financial scams. Then there's the good part of New York, which is the thriving artistic communities. I would like to live the rest of my life here, right here in this apartment. You try and move all these books. I don't want to. I collect basically science fiction and fantasy. They're organized randomly, except I try to keep books by the same author next to each other. My mind is like a computer database. It's all in there. It's all inside here. I started out like millions of teenage girls in ballet, jazz, and modern dance. And I got bored really, really quickly. My body just demanded more. And so I was performing these Chinese shows. I was pushing my body to the utmost limits that any human body could endure. And I began to experience spasms in my spine. Most people don't even notice that my spine has a distortion, that it's given me this curvature. The doctor said, you just can't do handstands anymore. When I couldn't do that anymore, I was retired. Oh, yeah, I have to forward this. I was so miserable. I was so irritable. I hated not performing. I couldn't even go out and watch other people perform. It took me 15 years to realize that I could reinvent myself. Performing, yeah. Dance, especially. Movement, yeah. Expressing myself with my body, yes. Those are the things that really, really made me happy.
Stretching from a galaxy far, far away, let's give a warm welcome to amazing Amy.
I'm known as the amazing Amy because thanks to Jedi yoga training, I can perform that for you at 50 plus years young with horn rotator cuffs in both shoulders, a disintegrated disc in my spine, a total left hip replacement, and bursitis in my left knee to demonstrate the power of yoga.
The way I emerge and express myself is through my performances. And that gets me out of myself and out into the world. It's the only way I know how to get people to love me, basically, is to be a performer. Because I never felt like my parents ever really loved me. My father used to say these terrible things, like that I was a blood-sucking parasite because I didn't have a real job. It made me feel so worthless. I've had many, many times where I just wanted to go to sleep and never wake up again. I was bulimic for over 25 years. I managed to get into sucking on these things called spiroutine protein wafers. I swear, those things literally saved my life. I keep one of them tucked in my cheek for hours. It won't make me fat. It won't make me want to go and purge. A lot of recovery programs try to get you to stop being an addictive personality. I think that's impossible. I really do. I never stopped being an obsessive, compulsive, addictive personality. What I discovered, and it took literally decades to discover this, is you learn how to channel your addiction into something that is not harmful. So you can be just as obsessive and just as compulsive and just as desperate and just as craving and just as wanting, just want something healthy. Like, for me, it was performing.
Proudly present the amazing Amy in avant-garde, the leading limber edge of contortion.
I give my audiences everything I have. I know how to hide all of my flaws. I know how to flirt with my audiences and make them love me.
Thank you so much. I'm like selling CDs out there. It's crazy.
That's great.
Please plan ahead. Beginning Friday at 11:30 p.m.
I have a very near non-existent social circle.
There will be no.
It never seems to evolve to the point where I can call them up on the phone and just chat because I feel lonely. I use performance as a way of overcoming that. It's like the vehicle that I can use to reach people. And when our audiences love us, it's the best thing in the world. It's the best feeling in the world. There are many times I wish there was someone I could just turn to and say, hey, did you see that? What do you think of that? I just simply don't have anyone in my life. And you know something? I'm scared out of my wits because there's nobody to take care of me anymore. Nobody. And that's very frightening. I'm very frightened.